Hello, thanks again for joining me. This week I'm going to tie a suspender shrimp pattern, and in the vise you see a Hanak H333 barbless hook, and it's at size 10. So the thread I'm going to be using today is the Vivus. It's 80 E04 and it's the red thread. So I'll get plenty of wax on that to start myself off. And I'm going to start about a millimetre or two back from the eye. Once I've got about 2/8 of an inch of thread wraps down, I'm just going to remove this. So next I'm going to prepare my post. So what I have is a little cylinder here. This is the 5mm cutter that's done this, the gunville cutters. And you've probably seen already how I do my booby eyes. Well, when I'm doing suspenders, I cut one of the cylinders in half, then simply take my scissors and take the sharp corner off the edge. Bear with me, it's difficult to do this on camera, so I'm doing my best. Once I've done that, come in with a lighter, just show it the flame, no more, or you end up melting your foam cylinder away. So I've done that. Next, what I want to do is cut it diagonally in half. So this is going to be tricky to show you, but I'll do what I can. So I've got my blades going diagonally across the cylinder like so. So pretty much what I'm left with is this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on, show it up to the hook, and then I'm going to catch it in at the edge there and just bring it up as far as I want it. Now if I pull that back, you'll notice that what I've done is I've left myself quite a lot of room at the front here, and that's important. I need that space for later on. So once you've got that in onto your onto the shank of the hook, make sure your thread's well waxed, and then you can just tidy that all up and bring it down to approximately the beginning of the bend, if you like. Now I'm going to add a rib to this fly. I'm going to use Glow Bright number 5, and I've already taken a section of that off and I've pre-waxed it. So I've run my wax through this a few times, and what it does, it makes it a lot easier to work with if you do that, and it helps with flotation later on. So I'll just capture that in. Like so. Okay. So I'm fairly happy with that so far. Next, I'm going to add the body material, and what I'm going to use is some CDC dubbing. This is from Hanak, and it's a really pale dubbing. And what I like about this is when I tie the fly, you're only going to see it dry, but when this is wet, it gives a really shrimpy look to it. So I've got some out of the packet already. It's fairly easy to work with. I'm going to dub it on. Bear with me. Like so. If I've got too much dubbing on, I can always take it off later, or add as need be. Now, the reason I'm using the red thread is through the dubbing, that red thread will show once the fly is wet, and it does make a difference to how the fly looks. I have tried it with different coloured threads, and this red thread seems to work the best. Now I'm obviously tying this with Grafham in mind. The fish will be coming into the edges now, and starting to really pack on weight with a shrimp. So you can often get quite a lot of dry fly action in at the margins, and this is a wee fly that will do you okay. So I'm just bringing my rib in nice and tight. I'm going to scruff that body out later when I'm finished the fly. Bring it up to the post. Trap your globe right in with a few turns of thread, and then you can take that away. Now I'm going to add a thorax to this fly. I'm going to use the trout stalker dubbing, and this is the Highland Peat variety. It's quite a dark colour. So just get some of that on the thread. You need more than you think actually with this, because we're going to bring it round not only the back but at the front as well, and you want to be able to scruff this out once it's complete. So I'm going to come round with a couple of turns in behind, then I'm going to pull back my foam, sorry, I forgot what that was there, and I'm going to come over there a couple of times, back round, over again, and slowly work my way to the front of the fly. So I've got my thread at the front now. I'm just going to open my vise and have a look. Want to make sure I've got plenty of dubbing underneath here, so when I fluff it out I get the effect I want. Okay, once that's done, you can use super glue, or you can just use a whip finish or whatever. I just find doing it this way, it saves you a little bit of time with the varnish at the end. You know, once you've done this, there's no need to varnish the head. You get a really nice head, and you're not having to work too hard for it. So just cure that off. I'll come in with my snips and remove my thread. So that's looking okay. Then next, come in with your trusty dubbing brush, and what you want to do is carefully just pull out the fibres. Don't go at it too hard. Just bring it out nice and gentle, and what you get is a really pleasing shrimpy looking pattern, and that'll catch fish for you all day on Grafham Dam Wall. I hope that's been of some use to you. Thanks very much for watching, and if you enjoy what I'm doing, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Pick them up. That's how to do it.